All right.
Yay.
All right, so we are up and running. We are going to start with the April 23rd meeting of the West March Board of Directors. And if I can have a roll call, please, in alphabetical order. I think that's going to be Andy, David, Jody, and Rose.
Rose is here.
Andy is here.
David, as Prime Minister of West March, is here.
And
David
Jody,
Zucker.
as the West March Bagley Board of Directors, is here. Not in attendance tonight is Amanda, who's the Vice President, Jordan, who is the liaison, and Brian Andrew, the Monarch, and Christian Prouty, the West March BOD Treasurer. So in order to conduct business and vote on things, we need a quorum, which is 51% of the 7 BOD members, the 7 members. So we have 4 members here, so that meets quorum. Is that right, David?
Yeah, sounds like it.
Is it of
So
the
the
7?
alt doesn't count, but then we have the Prime Minister and Monarch.
Are they members
So-
for that purpose?
Yes.
Okay.
There's
So
7
that's-
total with an alternate to fill that 7th spot. So technically, if we have 4 members, we have a quorum. 51%. I was thinking I was counting 8, but actually it's 7 with an alternate. So we should have a quorum.
Yes.
Where does it take? Here.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Sounds reasonable to me.
Okay, David, are you in agreement with that?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So the first item is to review and approve the March meeting minutes. Has everyone had a chance to review the March meeting minutes? Did you have any questions about them or concerns?
Well, I for one thought that they were great.
Awesome. I didn't have anything that I thought should be changed or added. So if nobody has anything else, can we have a motion to accept the April meeting minutes? I'm
I
sorry, the
motion to
March
approve.
meeting minutes as presented.
I motion to approve the March meeting minutes as presented.
Second,
Sure, I'll second.
anyone opposed? Great. Rose, let's post those in the CA Amtgard BOD meeting minutes. You can also post them in the West March discussion page on CA Amtgard. And what I did is I posted them as text verbiage, and then I attached a PDF of the meeting minutes to that so people can download them if they wanted.
Okay.
That was just what Fix taught me to do. So however you want to do it, be creative, but we just need to make sure they get into CA Amtgard, which I know you've been doing.
Yeah, I haven't been doing them in the general though, so I'll do that as well as soon as I get home.
Okay, yeah, that way the general populace can see them. So the next item is going to be the contracts, which is, give me a minute, Quixotic Valley contract. And the Monarch texted me this afternoon and said that, let me find it, that the contract has been received and just needs the last 3, which is the date received, the date signed, the date returned. So I'm not sure where the contract is, if it's in the West March Gmail inbox.
It wasn't there earlier today.
Okay, so we'll need to. I wasn't sure when he said that it had been received where it was, but give me a minute. So he says the Quixotic contract got sent back today with all local signatures. Just needs the final accepted signatures and dates. And then it will be official. So let me message him and see where that is. Where would you like it to go, David? Does it need to go into the West March Gmail?
The Gmail is easiest. There is a place for all the contracts saved on the Google Drive, and I forget exactly where.
Okay. So do you want me to just ask him to send it to the Gmail then?
Yeah, that's easiest.
So, excuse me. So according to the Corpora, where we are at with the contract for Quixotic Valley is all the members of the BOD have signed it. The monarch and prime minister of the sponsored chapter has signed it, and it's back in West March's hands to record the date received by West March, the date signed by West March, and the date that we return it to the sponsored chapter, and then it gets filed in the land contracts, and it's official that Quixotic Valley is a land of West March. The contract, Azus, should be in the BOD Google Drive.
All right.
So we all need to sign it again? Is that what I'm hearing?
No, I think
no.
it just, no, I think it's probably Azus needs to just record the dates.
Okay.
And David and Brian need to record the dates on that. And then send a copy back to Quixotic Valley, record it in the West March Lands contract file in the West March Google Drive, and then we're official. Is that correct?
If Brian has it, he can fill that stuff out, and then we just send it back and file it, and we're done.
Okay.
So,
So do we need to put that in the works and table this until the next meeting? What action
move
do we
we
need to
table.
take on this?
at this point, the action is waiting for Brian to fill it out and send it off. So I move we table it.
We have
I
a second.
second.
Just a second. Anyone opposed?
No.
No.
Okay, so the Quixotic Valley contract will be, I've messaged the monarch, and he will fill out the dates and send it back to Quixotic Valley and file the finalized contract in the West March files. And then we will get confirmation of that at the next meeting. So that Quixotic Valley contract is tabled to the next meeting. The next item is the forum for future BOD meetings. I know that we have talked about Zoom or other tables for the future BOD meetings, just so that they can be made readily available and not necessarily use Facebook. Does anyone have any discussion on this item?
I do not. Andy?
So if we can't, I think it would be useful if we had some of the other members here that are more familiar with other meeting formats and provide information on that. So I might think that we would be good to table this until next month. Any ideas or opinions?
I agree.
Do I have a
Uh,
motion to table this item then until next month?
I motion to
Then
table
move
this.
to- I second.
Any opposed?
No,
Okay, so the platform for future BOD meetings will be tabled until May. Officer insurance, I think that Amanda sent me some information about officer insurance, and she's been kind of playing back and forth emails and hadn't really gotten anything more for us as far as making progress on this item. And Rose, I think that you offered to help, right? Did you hear anything from Amanda?
no, she didn't contact me back or respond that I saw.
Okay. So on this one then, since we don't have any new information to act on, do I have any motions to table this until May?
I move to table this until May.
I
Second.
second.
Okay, anyone opposed? All right, so the officer insurance will be tabled until May. The tax filings. David, do you have any information on this one?
Oh, tax filings?
Mhm.
Yes,
They're done. I finished
Uh,
them this morning. Kaya buzzed me, said, do I need anything? And that reminded me to actually do them. So they're done.
Huzzah.
so
Yay.
the state, the SI, what is it, 1900, all of them are done for this year?
Yeah, so the IRS 990 is a postcard. You check a few boxes saying you haven't made too much money. You put in the principal officer's name, you put in his address as the post office box. I think that's it. California requires how much money we took in last year, which is adding numbers on the ledger. And other than that, it's the same as the federal.
Nice.
I think the biggest problem filing those was I have to reset my password because it's been too long. Right. The IRS was, oh my God, actually smart for once. They made the tax filings for social clubs very easy.
Nice.
Wait, IRS smart?
I know. It's weird,
wrong
but they yeah, it's done.
Good.
Nice.
All right, so that's done. Do I have a motion to close this item then?
Motion to close.
Second,
Anyone opposed? Please say, don't say you are. Okay, so tax filings are done for West March for 2022. The next item is the Amped Guard tithes.
I went through the Facebook group for AmpGuard Circle of Monarchs, and they started a conversation last year and then kind of did nothing from what I can tell. Borkins was supposed to ask more directly, and he's not here to give an update, but from what I can see, there isn't an update.
Motion
So-
to table till next meeting.
Hold on a second. Do we know, are we gonna require tithes this year? I don't remember. Hold on, let me look at the meeting minutes and tax filings. So what I have in last month's meeting minutes was, the Monarch, didn't have anything to present. And, David, you hadn't heard back from the AmpGuard AI as far as AmpGuard tithes.
Right.
So, okay, so I get it. So that I was confusing that with land tithes to West
Oh.
March. So we
Yeah,
don't,
we
Right.
just paid land ties.
Yeah,
okay, all right.
those
So
are mostly done.
okay, cool. So we don't have anything more about the AmpGuard tithes. So I think I heard a motion to table in a second. Is that right?
I second that motion.
Sweet. Okay, is anyone opposed? Okay, so the AmpGuard tithes will be tabled until the May meeting. The next item is the Wells Fargo banking issues. David, what's your report?
After the last meeting, they required me to go down to swipe my card and sign one piece of paper to verify West March's address.
I'm sorry.
So that There's another 2 hours out of the day.
One piece of paper and that was it. Oh my God. Oh, dude.
Yes. So it should be done, but that's what I said last time.
Okay. All right. So, and then
So-
do we have, there was a thing about like a credit card too. Is everything like all taken care of and all
Um,
the names on the West March account are current and correct and
It's current,
Okay.
Looking for.
right, so we haven't added Kaya yet. We need to work on that. Yeah, that's where we are.
but Robbie's
Okay.
name's off.
Robbie is gone.
So whose names are on the account?
It's currently myself and Fix until we get Kaya added.
And then
Right.
Fix comes off or what?
And then we kick Fix off, yes. I mean, we could have kicked him off earlier, except that would leave me as the only person on the account, and there should be someone with oversight ability.
Okay.
I mean, I trust myself, but there should be oversight. So once we get Kaya added, we'll kick him.
And what is that
Is that
going to
me?
require to get Kaya added? Is that going to be that she needs to go down and do it remotely? Or is it going to be you guys all have to meet in person?
Considering
that-
what a mess remote was, I think she and I need to meet at a bank in person together.
Okay. All right. So kind of what I'm hearing is that you and Kaya need to get together and get a date and a place to meet at a Wells Fargo to get her added to the West March account. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Is there any further discussion on that? Do I
I
have
don't
a
have anything.
okay, do I have a motion to
Motion to table.
accept that Kaya and David are going to get together and work out a date and time to meet to get Kaya added to the account? And then it'll be tabled until next meeting. Motion,
Move
second,
to have,
sorry,
I second.
go ahead, I'm sorry.
I move to have David and Christian together to go get the names on the bank account corrected. And table this until the next meeting.
Great, second,
I second.
awesome, okay, so we will look forward to further progress on that. I'm really glad that you were able to make progress on this. It was a major headache, so good job, David.
Yay.
Yay, huzzah. Okay, so the website move. So the website move, does anybody have any information on how that's going? I think Amanda was working on that currently. So the last meeting minutes were, we needed $20 to keep the West March online, which was the placeholder for our new website while we set up the new things.
Who was working on that?
Amanda.
Okay.
I thought that it was.
Yeah, so
Um,
I was
was
also
Amanda.
working on, that with Ian as well. Huh.
Can you give us
I'm
an
just
update?
looking through my chat history. I thought I buzzed him. So we should get a final dump from CA AmpGuard. The boards. The last one we've got is from middle of last year. And when I buzzed him, he was sick, then busy. So I need to buzz him again. Otherwise, if we transfer, we lose a year's worth of posts. And a couple of ants have been busy, so that would be annoying. Plus, BOD stuff, meetings, BOD meetings minutes. So unless we decide to just move it and, oh, well, we lose that stuff.
I think with COVID, there hasn't been a lot of posts, but since we've kind of come back out, so to speak, there have been posts with declarations for office and our BOD meeting minutes and the recruitment guild meeting minutes.
Yeah.
Not a lot, but I think to lose that would be to kind of lose that connection and that thread. What happened to the $20 to keep Westmarch.online? What is that? Did somebody pay that out of their
Yeah.
personal, or did
No.
Westmarch pay it?
Westmarch paid that.
Okay, so that's taken care of.
That's taken care of.
So I might think that it would behoove us to have you reach out to Ian again and get another dump from, like just a backup, just another dump, and to get current on that. And then hopefully we'll be able to get Amanda in the loop and actually get this, taken care of after we get everything archived again.
Right.
Because I know it's kind of gone from Fix to Fenra and then now Amanda. And I know nothing about any of that. So I'd kind of like to wait to see what Amanda's input is too. So do I have a motion on this item?
Motion to table.
I second.
Anyone opposed? Okay, so we will table this until next month. David, you'll reach out to Ian again and see if you can contact him. And then Amanda, hopefully will be able to make it to the next meeting and give us more information. The next item was deciding about the defunct lands. On the last month's meeting minutes, there was, so Ash Inspire changed to Nimir's Sanctum, is that right?
Yeah.
And then, but there was another land that came up that said, nope, we're here. Is that Ashen Grove? Because I think
Ashen Grove is a different one.
Ashen Grove is a
Grove.
different one, but I think one of them came up and said, no, we're starting to meet again. And then there's also Aurea Saltus that Victoria is starting up again, I believe I've seen.
You wanted to take them to the car, you could. Put it in the car.
So yeah, what it looks like in the meeting minutes, you were going to talk to Brian and see what needed to be done about that. Was there anything on that?
No, we haven't been able to make any progress on that.
Gotcha. So do we need
I
to?
did, hold on a second, because I did see that in the meeting minutes when I reviewed them, and I did reach out, but we have not made any progress on it.
Okay.
So I will buzz him again. I will buzz him again and I will make better progress on it. Honestly, I saw this when I was reviewing the meeting minutes and reached out to him, I guess kind of at the last minute. So I didn't really give him a lot of time to respond and have much discussion. So I will do that before the next meeting.
Okay.
So- What was that?
Motion to table.
Is that
Okay.
everything to table it now?
Yep.
I second the motion.
Okay, anyone opposed? All right, so that will be tabled until May. Then new business was West March process for obtaining the EIN. What is it? So David, you can probably describe this better than I can, but the EIN's a form that we fill out if we have, what we've used it for in the past was when we've had demos at cons or like fairs and things like that, to be able to have a booth. And I think it concerns, are we going to be taking in money or not?
Yeah.
in the past, so there is a request for EIN form on the CA AmpGuard page. And I think the time that I've seen it is when Crimsonwood had a booth or was at ToyCon or something like that. And was going to do that. I have not ever seen it needed for Darkshore. So
Yeah.
that's kind of my 2 cents worth.
Have the runners of Darkshore filled out this form and sent it to? Who do you send it to?
Yeah,
Bacchus contacted me asking about it, and he was supposed to send it to me. Well, he was going to try for today. As far as I know, we've never needed it for Darkshore before, but I also know that the county's changed pretty much everything regarding reservation of that site. At least twice since I was last prime minister.
Has Etah reached out, Paul, as far as needing it for Darkshore at the San
He didn't
Lorenzo
ask
Park?
me. No, Etah hasn't asked me.
Okay. Because I know that for that site, we've had vendors on site. And I don't know if they've needed to do any kind of a form for them, but we've never needed it to have vendors at the events that I've credited at.
Well, so is the process still that the requester would send us the form and then we would process it?
Yes,
So they
think so.
make the request that usually it's been they make the request that for the EIN, we just give them the numbers and then they fill out the form themselves.
Yeah, but we have to approve the use of the EIN and make sure that it's acceptable. Before
Since
we just give
Darkshore's
them the
coming
number?
up quickly, do we want to preemptively approve the use of the EIN to reserve the Darkshore site?
I don't know that we need the EIN number to reserve the Darkshore site. Let me reach out to Paul.
All right. If he says yes, do we want to preemptively approve the use of it so that if it's appropriate, we've already got the authorization to up and do it. I just worry that Darkshore is coming up pretty quick, so we don't want to wait for another meeting to approve.
I mean, I'm fine with just approving it for Darkshore, and then if they don't need it, they don't have to ask for it. And it is our official event, so if anything in the world, should get approval for it, some event that is literally written into our Kapora would seem to qualify to me.
So if we approve, so I'm just kind of waiting to see from him. So if we approve it, then who does he need to reach out to? He's got to fill out the form and go through that, right?
I mean, I can give it to him.
Okay, so if he answers me and he needs the West March EIN number for Darkshore, do I need to direct him to you then, David?
Sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
Motion to approve giving Darkshore the EIN number.
do I have a second?
I'll second.
Anyone opposed? Okay, great. So the motion passes. So if Paul reaches out and needs the EIN number for Darkshore, I will direct him to David for that. And David, you will take care of the form and we can, let's put that on old business then for the next meeting. Because the May meeting actually should be before Darkshore, which is the last weekend in May. So let's put this on the agenda for old business for May, okay?
Okay.
Please. Please and thank you.
Sorry, say it one more time. We had to switch phones and the volume's a little quiet.
Oh, okay. No, I just said that, Paul, I will direct Paul to reach out to David for the EIN number and take care of the paperwork. And then we will put that on old business for the May BOD meeting.
Okay.
So that was all of the new business that we had on our agenda. Does anyone have anything else?
I don't,
Okay, so then the only other thing left to do is going to be scheduling the next BOD meeting.
And we were talking about doing that on the Discord channel, or do you want to try and do it in the meeting right now?
I'd like to do it in the meeting right now because that way people that are watching the meeting will know when it is, and it'll be also posted in the Discord. And we will also post it on the Facebook page. So May 7th. I have something going on. We're going to be working with the Dark Shore group to update the castle. May 8th is Mother's Day. May 14th is Regents discussion. So that pretty much is going to leave May 15th is a Sunday or the weekend before Dark Shore, which is May 21st or 22nd, to meet. Because the last weekend is Memorial Day weekend and everyone's going to be at Dark Shore and that won't be a thing. So we're kind of limited unless we meet during the week.
these are Sundays. These are Saturdays. Okay, so
I might
that is.
I might propose that we come up with a date and a time, and then we
Bethlehem.
can at least post
So
that
we'd be going
here
down my
in our
parents'.
meeting.
Okay.
And then we can talk about it further in the Discord group. How does that sound?
What was the first part of that?
So I'd like to agree on a meeting date and time here. And then we can review it in the Discord. And then we
Okay.
can post kind of when everybody else has been able to chime in when they get here and make sure that if we need to change it, then we'll change it. So
Are we aiming for another Saturday or are we wanting Sundays?
Well, Saturday, the 14th is a Regents discussion. So there's Sunday, the 15th, Saturday, the 21st, or Sunday, the 22nd.
I think the 15th is going to be the best option. There's a lot going on next month.
Yeah,
The 15th is good for us.
15th works for me. I'm just gonna kind of make it open for whenever we can meet because this is important. So what time on the 15th Sunday? Is 6 p.m. good for everybody? Is that too late, too early? I think with
6 is
everything
fine
that
for
we have,
me.
I think with everything that we have tabled, it might be a long meeting, especially if we have more people here to kind of get caught up. So I think 6 p.m. at the latest would be what I would choose.
Yeah, 6 works for me.
Okay, so the next meeting then is going to be Sunday, May 15th at 6 p.m. pending discussion with the other members of the BOD. And then when we get that finalized, we will post it on Facebook for the populace and in CA Amped Guard. And I will send everybody a Zoom meeting invitation.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay, and then the other thing too is I put just kind of as far as Zoom goes is I did post the Zoom link in the Discord thread. I'm gonna decide if I post it there again, but then I have to only invite people because if I post it in the Discord thread, anyone can join. And it really, the populace isn't really, I mean, they're invited, they can watch, but they can't really participate in the BOD meeting. So I will kind of post in the Discord thread in what format and where I'm going to post the Zoom meeting link. Okay.
Okay,
Okay. All right, cool. So, that's all I have. Does anybody else have anything else?
Nope.
All right, so we will close out the April BOD meeting at 6:43 PM. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate you taking the time to be here tonight. I know everybody's really busy and has a lot of things on their plate, but I appreciate the time that you spend here. Thank you.
No worries. Thanks for spending your time too.
All right. You take care, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
bye.